What's up, you guys? And today we're on the Kilimanjaro Safari. Sorry I didn't film as much today.
Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth and I'll be your safari guide today. We're going to be heading out of the reserve in just a minute, start our journey, and a couple important things to talk about as we get going. For your safety and the safety of all the animals, we make sure we're always staying fully seated and keeping our hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck at all times. For any little ones on board, they can be seated in a lap for better view as long as they stay in that one lap only throughout the entire safari. It does get pretty bouncy out on the road. To stay seated is going to be super important. We also would ask for any animals we do see out there, please don't make any attempts at calling out to them. These are wild animals. We just don't want to scare them as we're passing through their home.
Oh my.
We are now at our first stop in the Little Forest. It's going to be the most densely forested area of the reserve, also home to some of the shyest residents. A lot of the animals in the forest have great methods of natural camouflage to help them blend in with their surroundings, kind of like the okapi on the right. The okapi might look a little bit like the zebra since they've got their nice striped pants on, but they're actually one of the closest known relatives to the giraffe and not the zebra. The okapi have the black and white stripes on their fur to help them blend in with the sunlight and the shadows that you'll find in the rainforest where they make their homes. They are very good at blending in and going unseen.
Oh, is this alligator?
We're definitely going to need to buy more waves.
Now looping over towards the water, there is going to be a black rhino on our left-hand side in just one second. He's across the river from us with his back turned.
Oh, I see him.
You'll see him better in just one second.
Wait till we get to it.
Black rhinos are the smallest of the African rhinos. They weigh in at around 2,000 to 3,000 pounds, so not very small, but smaller.
Right there, against the back wall, see him?
Yeah.
Black rhinos are also relatively solitary animals. They socialize a little bit, but it's fully on their terms. They do prefer to live by themselves at the end of each day.
Oh, there he goes. He's small. Kim, if you want, you can see
Over on the right-hand side, up on the hill, the copper-colored antelope laying down are the bongo. Bongo are one of the shortest and heaviest forest antelope in Africa. Also next to us are the tan antelope, the greater kudu, also laying down. The bongo can weigh up to 800 pounds. They're very short and stout. It helps them to hide in the underbrush and not be seen by predators. Those tan antelope, the greater kudu, we know those were females because only the males have horns.
Oh, look.
And then on our left, the black and white birds are the greater kudu. For the kudu, we know those are females. Got my facts messed up. We have saddle-billed storks on our left-hand side. Black and white birds. They get their name from the big yellow shape at the top of their bill. It kind of looks like the seat of a saddle. That reach heights of around 5 feet thanks to their spindly legs. And they use those legs to wade into shallow water where they will fish for their dinner. Heading into the Safi River Valley, we're looking for lots of animals who love to hang out in and around the water, kind of like the pink-backed pelicans over on our right-hand side.
Laying in the sun.
So the pelicans will use that massive pouch below their bill, just like a net, so they can scoop fish up in that pouch, squeeze the water out, and swallow those fish whole. It's a great mental image for you. Pinkbacks are also colonial nesters, nesting in groups between 20 and 500 pairs, which is many pelicans to find all in one place.
Oh, look at the hippos,
There are
look.
2 hippos over on our right-hand side.
Looks like Vicky by the pool.
Hippos are one of the top 3
I'm trying
largest
to
land animals.
film
They
them.
can weigh in over 5,000 pounds, so they do outweigh most small cars. As for why they spend their daytime hours underwater, hippos have sensitive skin prone to sunburn. They can also overheat pretty easily in the afternoon sun. Staying underwater just helps to combat both of those issues.
Let's see.
Now, of course, those hippos are hanging out of the water right now. It's not that they're defenseless against the sun. They just don't fare very well in the afternoon heat, especially in the summer months. They can more easily tolerate weather like this. And if they get too hot as the day wears on, they'll head back in the water and continue with their naps underwater.
Oh, I see him, I see him.
Now, there are more hippos on our left-hand side. They're underwater by the waterfall. You can see that's what they look like. snoozing away with their nostrils peeking out. Just keep those little ones fully seated for me, please. One seat only. Thank you. Also,
Oh, look at that alligator.
Oh, see the crocodile?
Now, crocodile is one of the largest crocodilians in Africa.
Crocodile, I
One
meant.
of the largest in the world. They reach lengths of around 16 feet. They can also weigh over 500 pounds. Not afraid of an Nile crocodile. Anything as small as the fish you'll find swimming in the river with them, or as big as a large mammal who might make their way up to the water to try to get a drink. They are very opportunistic predators, which is a fantastic survival skill.
Lewis, you okay?
There's his.
This is too much. No.
I know you.
Come back over. Right by with hold his hand. I know, but you came over. It's okay.
Our next stop is going to be down on the savannah. We'll be looking for lots of migratory species there.
Giraffes.
Wait, what's
Resources on the savannas
I don't
can
know.
get pretty
They're usually
scarce,
just walking
especially during times of drought when rain might not fall for weeks or months at a time. Why some of the world's largest land migrations also take place on the savannah.
For how much?
So keep a close eye out, see
It's
where
a
everyone's
turtle.
hanging out, and we'll talk about the animals we'll be seeing once we're close enough to each of them for a better look, just for the sake of clarity.
You remember this? I'm going around, right?
I was eating when we saw them last time.
You were eating?
Oh, there's giraffes. Look at those. There's.
Lewis, see the giraffes?
I've got a couple of animals we can already see hanging out over on our right-hand side. A couple of them we'll talk about in a minute once we loop around at the opposite side, like the giraffes. They're a little bit of a ways away right now. We do have the Ankoli cattle on our right, the very large red and white cattle hanging out in the shade right now. They're one of the only two domesticated species on the reserve. Another name for them is the Watusi cattle, because they were first kept by the Watusi tribe.
He's eating?
When they're fully grown, both the males and females have those massive horns, around 3 to 4 feet long per individual horn. The 3 smaller ones over on the right just have a little bit of growing up to do first. On the left-hand side, there are some African painted dogs. They're laying across from us in the shade of that little shrubby tree.
Oh, it's
African
Oh,
painted
yeah.
dogs are very social,
See the green
wild
tree? That
dogs.
green tree right
They've never
there?
been
They're on right under
domesticated.
the same line.
You'll find them in groups of around 5 to 15. They're also one of the
They're
most
laying down, see?
successful
Right there?
hunters in
They're like white and
Africa,
black.
beating out cheetahs and lions, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're like dogs.
Also on our left, hanging out back in the shade, are the sable antelope with the long
Antelope,
curved
no big deal.
horns. They're the emblem for the reserve we are on right now, so they're kind of like a celebrity around here. They're one of the few species of antelope known for defending themselves against predators rather than fleeing. It's a big part of what they will use those massive rear-facing horns for. I've got those cattle on our right-hand side. There's also that giraffe moving around over on the right, kind of headed the same direction that we are. And then we have
The giraffe's
some
on
more
your
giraffes
side.
coming up on the left.
Just be careful. Oh, yeah. Like, it looks like
The giraffes.
No, it's me and camera. Wow.
The giraffes are the tallest land animals. When they're first born, they start at about 6 feet tall. They can mature to reach heights anywhere between 13 and 18 feet at the highest end of their average. So they are very, very tall. They love to eat all day and all night. They're very big snackers, and they actually help to encourage new growth in trees all across the savannas just by eating from them constantly, which is pretty neat. They're a very important part of keeping up with their own ecosystem.
Giraffe walking. Look, you can get a
And we'll see mom and baby again on our left-hand side.
Show each other.
And then there'll be a couple more giraffes on our right in just a second. The fact that the babies are imagine your kids can
Wait. There's the last one.
Yes, they were.
Right there, those are the giraffes over on the right-hand side.
Oh, Dad, what's that?
Did you
We
get
do
to
have
see
some
the dogs?
wildebeest over on our right-hand side too, laying in the sand. The wildebeest are part of one of the world's largest land migrations. They can migrate in herds of up to 1.5 million. That does make them one of the most densely populated animals on this planet, behind us as humans. Heading off the main strip to the savannah and into elephant country, we are going to have elephants on our right-hand side in just 1 second. We'll get a better view in a minute, but they're kind of off in the distance in the shade on the right-hand side.
Go. Look, right there. As soon as you get past this one, three.
African elephants are the largest land animals. You'll find the ladies living in matriarchal family groups. Just means mom or grandma is going to be in charge of the whole family. Not unlike with people.
Only women.
Male elephants will leave those family groups somewhere in their teenage years to branch off and form loose bachelor herds. But females stay together their whole lives. They are very, very social animals.
What?
We'll probably find a couple more elephants up ahead at the next watering hole. We'll keep our fingers crossed as we head that direction. Also, as we cross over at this bridge, we should be able to see that elephant one more time on our right-hand side. Just be a quick little look if so, and I can't stop on the bridge, so if you want to get a picture, just have your phone ready just in case. There she is over there.
Look. So we passed the dog already. Oh, up there?
Is it like that movie or like under it?
Let's see if we can find it.
Like, is it the big one under it?
Elephants are also a great example of a keystone species. This means that an animal plays a very important part in the circle of life, and they also give a lot more than they take from the world around them. Keystone species exist all over the world. They can be any kind of animal. All that matters is they keep everything working as it should by doing their everyday behaviors. And for elephants, that's done by acting as a walking bulldozer on the savannah. They can do some pretty incredible things with their size, like pushing over entire trees to get to the very tasty snacks at the top of those trees. They can pave paths through wooded areas to make those areas accessible for themselves and other animals. They can also sniff out resources like underground springs and dig them up for themselves and others to access, which is pretty incredible. Also very important on the savannah where droughts are so common.
Oh, right here. Look at how close they are right there.
Elephants are just one example of a keystone species. Giraffes, another great one too, is the natural tree trimmer. I would definitely encourage you to do some of your own research. Find a couple of keystone species in your backyard and find a few ways to protect these animals in your day-to-day lives. Even little things like picking up trash to a local park and also recycling can go a very long way.
Better?
Dad, look what's going on.
The squirrel? Oh, I see the squirrel.
I've got lots of elephants kind of scattered around on our left-hand side, including that baby who was hanging out down in the shade.
We're gonna drive for the water yet.
And since we saw that baby, we do definitely know this was a family group, so it's lots of ladies all hanging out with any young they might have, which looks like it's just that one baby right now. Raising a baby elephant is a group effort, so that means that every other elephant in the herd, whether they be older sisters, aunts, cousins, grandma, mom, they're all going to be playing a communal role in helping to make sure the baby grows up to be a good elephant and also well protected as well.
Flamingos and ducks.
We've got an island full of greater flamingos on the left. They're the largest and lightest pink flamingo. They get their pink color from beta carotene, found in things like krill and brine shrimp that make up a lot of their diet. For any flamingos out there with their beaks underwater, that's them trying to pick up things like those shrimp. They'll stomp their feet back and forth to stir them up. They also use their beaks to filter them out. It looks pretty silly, but it's very effective for getting their seafood dinner. We're on the second half of the savanna now. Things are much shadier here. We have a mud wallow over on our left, good indicator of rhinos being around. Elephants and rhinos both have very thick but very sensitive skin, so for them it's pretty much an all-in-one skincare routine, hence them being covered in it every time we see them.
Sit there. We're all sitting here.
Now we'll keep an eye out for those rhinos. Coming up on our left-hand side, there are some cheetahs. I see one laying just to the right of that tree.
Walking?
And also one walking around.
Oh, right here too. That's right there. Right here, see?
There's two.
The cheetahs are the fastest land animal. They have a top speed of between 60 and 70 miles an hour. They're more like sprinters than marathoners, though, because they can only maintain that speed for about a quarter mile to make stalking their prey a very important part of their hunting process. Cheetahs are also one of the few predators in Africa who prefer to hunt during the day rather than at night. That's why they have black fur around their eyes. That fur looks like eyeliner, but it actually acts like athlete's paint to keep the glare out of their vision while they're on the hunt.
Where is he?
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Now you do
There
have
is.
the lions
There's
on
a lion
our
up there.
left-hand side.
See it?
Probably get a better look in just a second. Lions are the only social big cat. Other big cats are very solitary animals, but lions are an
That's
anomaly.
another thing.
There's two.
They're real?
There's two.
Pearl. Yeah.
In a pride of lions, it is going to be the ladies who do the hunting every
there's the male
night.
right
While
there.
any males in
Where?
the pride will be
He's
staying
laying
back
down,
to
see
guard
it?
the territory and watch over the cubs if they have any.
Yeah.
Since they hunt at night, they'll be sleeping
daddy
or
is sleeping.
resting for around 18 to 20 hours of the day to conserve energy for that hunt, all in the hopes of not going hungry.
That's
Time to
right.
go catch
That's
dinner.
right.
Those females look fierce, by the way. Now there are some burrows over on our left-hand side. It looks like a good spot for warthogs, so keep one eye out over there. Now warthogs, actually before we get to that, there are two white rhinos on our right-hand side. They're laying in the shade across from us.
Or you gotta hold it out.
I
You're
can't
holding it up
see
like
from
this.
here, but it looks like it probably is, yes.
The
The white rhinos are the largest and most social of the 5 different species of rhino. They mature to weigh in at around 5,000 pounds, and they make their homes on the savanna with their families, where they have a very wide, squared-off jaw to graze from all the grasses out here, just like giant lawnmowers.
I've never seen a warthog. Oh, they're big.
We're heading into our last stop for our safari today. We've seen a good number of animals so far. We do still have one more to see before we head back to the village. We're going to swing by the warden's post and say hello to some conservation superheroes. We're looking for an animal who's very adorable, very entertaining, and also very important to conservation efforts all across Africa.
They used to make this.
Oh my god. Here they are on our left. These are the Nigerian dwarf
Those are goats.
They're a smaller, domesticated goat, commonly kept as pets and livestock.
That's what the T-Rex
Not only are they
in
very
Jurassic Park.
adorable and very entertaining, but they're also very important. Their milk can be sold for a very high profit, as it's said to taste very sweet. The sale of that milk helps stimulate the economy in rural villages
You want
in
a baby goat?
Africa. Also helps to encourage those villagers to keep
buy
their
a baby
business
goat.
focused on domesticated animals rather than wild animals. That's why the little conservation superheroes.
I'm not clear.
Yeah. Cam said I'm not clean up.
That was the last stop for our safari today, which means it's time to head back to the village to continue your adventure. There's still plenty more animals to see around the park. You can check out the Gorilla Falls Trail right by our exit, or the Maharaja Jungle Trek over in Asia. These are both self-guided walking trails that are fully accessible for strollers and wheelchairs. You can spend as long as you want on these trails, admiring the animals and also learning about them with the
Where are the
help of my
gorillas?
friends in green.
On the we got
And the
one
wilderness
walking trail.
explorers, let me along your journey. If I have any wilderness explorers on board and need their safari badge, you can on the Simba 1, that's the name of this truck, and also your code word to get your badge on your way back to the village. I'd also encourage you to find a favorite animal you see around the park and learn as much as you can about them while you're visiting us. When it comes to wildlife conservation, knowledge really is power. The more we know about these animals, the more we care, and the more we care, the more we want to protect them, which is the ultimate goal. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those once we get back
Hope
up
you
to
guys
the
enjoyed
dock
this
up
video.
ahead.
Please
My
like,
window is
subscribe,
always
hit
open.
that follow button. Peace.